Monday Night Raw Hot Takes is where I take your thoughts, your opinion, your hot takes, if you will, on the previous episode of Raw, SmackDown, PLE's Tribute with the Truth, Saturday night's main event. I will listen, I will read your hot takes, and then I will respond. Today we're giving away this Rocky Maivia Funko Pop in honor of his first appearance at Survivor Series. I'll give this away to my favorite comment, and my decision will be at the end of the video, so stick around to see if you won or who does win this Rocky Maivia Funko Pop. Well, let's get right into it. Jay and Love. Kofi and Woods segment was 10 out of 10. I didn't think they could cook like that. Holy crap, that New Day segment, it just got more awkward and more intense as it went on. It started at the ring after they lost to Tozawa, and they were arguing up the ramp, and I thought that was it. They went behind the curtains, but the camera stayed on them, and holy crap, 10 out of 10 is right. I have not seen something so intense. People want to say the Bloodline is cinema. That yesterday, that segment, that was cinema because it was straight fire. One insult after the next being worse than the last. Jeez, I could not believe the things they said. It was truly amazing. I did a live stream and my jaw was dropped. I couldn't even talk. I was like, whoa, masterpiece, masterpiece. It was like seeing a comedic actor like Adam Sandler, someone who's just total comedy, and then he goes and does like Hidden Gems or whatever that movie was, like some serious drama, and you're like, I didn't know this guy had it in him. I didn't know Kofi and Xavier really had it in them to pull something like that. I'm all for it. I am all in right now on the New Day or whatever's happening because that was just, woo! All right, next, wow, that next one. Up 16, what are they doing to my boy Gunther? Right now, dude, they made him so much of a beast to a guy who has daddy issues and the guy who can't talk in the mic anymore and a guy who just keeps getting beat by Damian Priest. He's lost his soccer balls emojis. Yeah. I don't know. I just did a video about the Gunther problem and how he's lost all of his aura. I even released it on Sunday before Monday Night Raw, knowing that they could redeem him. But I took the chance saying, you know what? I think they're just trying to knock Gunther down. And so I posted the video, and the video is more relevant today after Raw than it was before Raw. They have totally destroyed Gunther. Now, I think Gunther is going to win the Survivor Series match, but it don't matter. At this point, I have so lost interest in Gunther, and I cannot believe his downfall in a matter of weeks. Crown Jewel was like 5 weeks ago. And it's been ever since. It's a car crash, and not even a car crash that you like to watch. It's such a grisly car crash that you look one way and you're like, oh, never again. I'm happy Damian Priest is getting the rub that he is, but like, we didn't have to go this far. A feud is only interesting when it's a two-sided feud. It's not fun when you just have one guy punking out the other over and over and over again, and then you win? Like, I don't get this, and yeah, we're giving Gunther some, like, human traits, but I don't know. I don't think he needed any human traits. This guy's just a straight-up villain. Let a villain be a villain for a reason. You know, does a cockroach need motivation to be a cockroach? No, sometimes a cockroach is just a cockroach, and that's what Gunther was. He should have just been this evil dude that was evil for evil's sake. And yet, now we've got this guy with motivation, daddy issues, can't even speak on the mic. That's what been his best trait for like the last 3 or 4 months. The fact that he just owns the mic. Compliment after compliment and then sick burn. He told Bret Hart that Bill Goldberg was his favorite wrestler. The soccer balls on Gunther. But not anymore. Not anymore. And while I'm going to give away this Funko Pop based on my favorite comments, I'm going to give this belt away based on, well, just comments in general, because every time you do a comment in one of my videos, you're entered into a chance to win this belt right here. At 10,000 subscribers, I'm gonna give this belt away, and we're almost there. We're about to crack 7K, so 3,000 more subscribers, and this belt goes home with one of you beautiful people out there. All you gotta do, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell notification, and maybe, if you're so kind, give me a thumbs up, because that helps the algorithm know that, hey, wrestling fans like this wrestling channel, so let me take this wrestling channel and send it out to more wrestling fans. Also, watching the video to the end helps a lot. So if you get bored, hit mute and let the video play. Next hot take. Member of the channel alert, TTJC, joined last night. I hope Dominic cheats on Liv with either Jada Parker or Shakira Jackson. Liv ain't acting right. I do think that Liv's a little over Dom now that she's gotten more one-ups on Rhea than not. However, if Dominic's gonna cheat on Liv, I hope it's with Lash Legend. I really like Dominic with these like really strong, tall, powerful women. I think that dynamic would be really interesting for Dominic. Another member of the channel joined last night as well, Armani Goodwin. Raw really hasn't been interesting for a while. You know, I've been entertained with Raw. I really have been entertained, and it is flying by quicker now that it's 2 hours to 3. But I think one of the problems that you're kind of seeing, Armani, is this. They've made Gunther into a chump, so he's no longer that interesting. They've taken Jey Uso, their most over guy, and he's basically in the Bloodline storyline on SmackDown. They've also taken Sami Zayn out of Raw and put him in Bloodline. Bronson Reed, who was super interesting and over, they taken him out of Raw and put him in the Bloodline. So yeah, there definitely is a lull or lack of star power on Raw right now, but Netflix is right around the corner, the 5th or 6th of January, so all your grievances with Raw is about to be probably transferred over to SmackDown because Raw is about to become the A show once again. The Noble 1J, hot take, Bianca should be just as mad with Io as she is with Bayley. Did she forget who she lost the title to? Yeah, that's such a plot hole right there. I like that Bianca never fully forgave Bayley up until tonight, so that was great. I love that long-term storytelling. You know, they don't forget the past, but then she completely forgets the past with Io Sky. That made no sense. Even if there wasn't just a small comment, you know, Io, I've been watching you and I can tell that you've changed. We're good. Or I know it was Bayley who kind of brought you to the dark side. We're good. But nothing. Bayley's not okay, but Io is, and she took your championship. Didn't make sense, and I agree with you. Pedro Large, this segment highlighted your stance on the Gunther problem. The segment being Gunther getting owned by Damian Priest. Once more, I'm not the only one who sees it. I get it. If you don't like Gunther even, that's fine. But you gotta have strong people you don't like, so the people you do like, they look even stronger when they overtop the guy you don't like. So even if you hate Gunther, you need a strong Gunther, because then when Damian Priest beats him, well, it's something to celebrate. When Sami Zayn beat Gunther, it was something to celebrate. But it means nothing now. If Damian Priest beats Gunther, which I don't think he will, but if he does, it kind of means nothing, because Damian Priest has been saying all along, hey Gunther, you've lost your aura, you're nothing, you're worthless, and then he beats him. He's like, told you so, walks away with the championship. This doesn't do anybody any good. And you can say, well, it does Gunther good, because now if he wins, then he's proven him wrong. Gunther doesn't need to prove people wrong. He's the heel. This makes nobody look good. They've written themselves into a no-win situation here. Even if Gunther recovers, doesn't matter. The Gunther problem is there, it's prevalent, and yeah, this segment on Raw tonight showcased my video on Sunday. Go watch it. Oh, the Gunther problem. Donatello Leonardo, another member of the channel. Clever cut to Final Testament after the New Day segment, since Karrion started all of this. Absolutely. I did not catch this, actually. Donatello Leonardo put that in the group chat last night, and I was like, dude, go put that in the hot take, because that's an excellent observation. We had the fire segment between Kofi and Kingston, and then it goes right to Karrion Kross and The Miz. At first, I thought it was out of place because of how intense the Xavier Kofi segment was, but the fact is, Karrion started it, so yeah, clever cut. I was not clever enough to pick up on it, but Donatello Leonardo, you were. Candy Marmain, the Bloodline storyline is creating feuds. KO versus Cody Rhodes. Now CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, and CM Punk will get a chance to main event. I don't see him main eventing WrestleMania 41. I really hope he gets to main event WrestleMania 41. I think that's like the biggest thing on his bucket list still, and I think though that this might actually play into it. Now CM Punk is a main eventer. He for sure is a main eventer. He can main event, but he has been getting pumped by The Rock for about 10 or 12 years now. But regardless of that fact, you're right. This Bloodline storyline is so big that the ramifications aren't just felt within the Bloodline itself, but there's aftermath and there's a wake left in its path, which I really do enjoy, that things have consequences that Roman Reigns, even if he's done with you, well, you might not be done with him. CM Punk now being a part of the Bloodline reignites even more so that passion that Seth has of hatred for CM Punk. Kevin Owens, he's being directly affected right now because of Cody Rhodes' alliance. Drew McIntyre, his whole character right now is based off of what happened and how wronged he was by the Bloodline, and that he didn't forgive Jey Uso when he first came back. It just snowballed into something else. So many things have happened. Heck, even Kofi Kingston last night threw it in Xavier Woods' face when he said, "We gave you the crown, and what did you do with it?" That was Roman Reigns, who humiliated Xavier Woods when he was the king. The Bloodline storyline is so grand and epic that everybody gets caught in its vortex at some point or another. Rosie Gold J, the War Raiders would have been perfect to dethrone the Judgment Day. They're not doing nothing with those belts. I agree. I am shocked that Judgment Day retained. Here I thought they were kind of just getting ready to break them up completely. Now, I will say this. I really enjoyed Finn Balor tonight. When he gave his pet talk, he was like, okay, listen, I know there's no leaders, but when we listen to Finn, we succeed more, or something like that. And it was just really good to see such personality come out of Finn Balor, because honestly, I'm not sure if I've ever really seen that kind of personality from him, or not in a long time at least, because his personality is more in his ring work. But I really enjoyed his segment tonight. So regardless of how the belts have been treated in the past, if I see more of that Finn Balor, I'll be happy that they won. But I am very, very shocked, because the Viking Raiders were perfectly set up to win. Made a lot of sense. Shocking turn of events. I will say this also, JD had a funny line too when they talked about that, how they were going to beat the War Raiders. JD was like 2 out of 2, because this would have only been their second defense in about, I don't know, 200 days. So that was funny. But I do agree, War Raiders, I'm very shocked. But I do see a glimmer of hope if this Finn personality sticks. Candy Barmaid, I wonder what Roman Reigns and CM Punk will say to each other. I hope there won't be disrespectful. There's definitely going to be some disrespect. Kind of surprised that there was nothing tonight on Raw. That's happening on SmackDown, so join me live for the live stream on Friday night. We can see how much disrespect is thrown at each other together. Tiz Mickey, Nia losing again. Also, Kofi cooked. I can't wait until next week now. Okay, yeah, Kofi, Xavier cooked. Can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. And what is Big E gonna say when he sees that? I really hope Big E tries to play the peacemaker but fails, and Kofi and Xavier just completely fall apart. But Nia losing again, yeah, I'm definitely not happy now. They are kind of treating Nia like they're treating Gunther at this point. The disrespect that she is getting. At first, the crown jewel thing, I was like, oh, fine, whatever. Even the Naomi thing, I was fine, whatever. But now she takes another pin. That's 3 pins from a super dominant champion. 1, okay. 2, I looked the other way because it was crown jewel, but 3, even though it was Bianca Belair. Now, I do believe that we need to protect Bianca Belair's record. She's also kind of like a Gunther, but a face. You need to have some people with just almost unbeatable. And because Bianca lost to Io Sky earlier in the year, I didn't want Bianca to lose here. But Nia is the champion. The champion shouldn't lose. She was protected. Bayley interfered behind the ref back. Nia hit her head on the turnbuckle, the exposed turnbuckle. But I don't care. This is her 3rd loss as champion. We should have put somebody else in there. We should have put Raquel Rodriguez, not Candice, because that would have been no competition right there. But Raquel Rodriguez could have been in there. Tiffany Stratton could have been in there. Or we could have not even put Bianca in, maybe put Io Sky in, and Io could have taken the loss. But yeah, I was not a fan of this. I'm a Doomvenger. Heck yeah, I love watching WWE with a true fan as myself. That was in regards to me saying that I'm going to start live streaming. I am going to live stream Raw, SmackDowns, and PLE Saturday main event as well from now on. So if they are playing, come to the channel if you want to watch with me and a bunch of people. It's a really cool atmosphere. We just started on on Friday, and yeah, we've been having a lot of fun. No trolling. I do not let trolls on the thing. KB662, another member of the channel from last night. Man, what a good stream last night. Call me crazy, KB, you're crazy. But Solo's promos started getting better when Roman returns. Seems to me he may have been getting notes from the real OTC. Just my observation. I think you're onto something. I really do agree with you, because if you look at Solo after WrestleMania and you look at Solo after Bad Blood, world of difference. Now, he had glimmers of brilliance before Bad Blood, but for the most part, once Roman came back, Solo Sikoa has been on a roll. His personality is suddenly shining. I bet Roman said something to him. I bet Roman was like, dude, what are you doing? And Solo's like, well, I need to be this, I need to be that. That's what management told me. And he's like, forget what management told you. Be yourself and then do what they say. Be yourself is key. He must have said something, because there is a world of difference between Solo Sikoa after Roman Reigns returned and before Roman Reigns returned. He has more confidence now, and it's really showing. He's such a joy to watch. I love Solo Sikoa. It's no longer Jacob Fatu overshadowing Solo. It's those two together just being the bloodline. And very, very good comment, JB. I 100% agree with you. TTJC, I hope someone betrays Team Rhea. Otherwise, the women's war games will be boring as heck unless Tiffany cashes in. First off, I hope Tiffany cashes in. Let Tiffany cash in. That would be great and awesome. We missed the opportunity at Crown Jewel, so let's make up for it. She's in the steel cage. She can do it. I want it to happen. But yeah, I think we need some betrayal on Team Rhea, because if Team Rhea wins, it's like, wait a second, here's this really dysfunctional team beating the champions, and not just that, but then it'd be Nia's fourth loss. So the good guys need to lose, and the bad guys need to win this War Games in regards to the women's. KB, on the New Day 10-year anniversary episode, somebody will turn. Yes, 100%. Xavier or Kofi. I'm thinking Kofi. Xavier's the more logical pick. I was all about Xavier turning, but the way Kofi just, I don't know. It was like it was this really nice guy who had been pushed too far. A nice guy who snapped. You don't ever want to push a nice guy too far, because Kofi, he was making me a little uncomfortable the way that he was delivering those lines. Man, both of them so good. Honestly, they both should turn heel and continuously hate each other, because I saw it in them. I finally saw it. Kofi can be heel. Xavier can be heel. Wow, just so good. Who's going to turn? You're right. Xavier is the low-hanging fruit, and so maybe they swerve us with a Kofi turn. Maybe Xavier feels really bad, apologizes, and then Kofi just takes him out with a chair. But oh wow, I love it. The New Day is relevant again. They deserve this. 10 years of the New Day. They deserve this really good storyline that they can sink their teeth into, that's different from anything they've ever done. I am so happy for the New Day right now. Even ironically, it took them breaking up for me to be like really interested and happy for them. KB, third comment, but hey, if you're a member, I'm gonna read your third comment. Last one, I wouldn't mind seeing a GM match looking at Adam versus Nick. You know what? If Vince McMahon was still booking, we would have had 3 of these matches by now. They would have been tuxedo matches. But yeah, this actually would be good. It wouldn't be like old GM matches where Teddy Long versus Vicky Guerrero. No, Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis can actually go in the ring. They are former NWA champions. I think Adam Pearce was a Ring of Honor champion. I will say this though, Nick Aldis actually does want to lace up his boots one more time, but Adam Pearce is totally content not ever wrestling again. Now maybe they talk him into it. I mean, money talks, but as of right now, Adam Pearce is very content being retired, while Nick Aldis does want a match. I wouldn't mind it, because these guys have been the figureheads for a very long time. Would I pay money for it? Probably not, but I definitely wouldn't change the channel if I saw it. Damian King, the next tag title match on Raw probably won't be until Mania. That's funny. making fun of the fact that since the Judgment Day one, it's only been like this was their second defense. They need to defend it more. If they don't defend it more regularly, then it was a waste not giving it to the War Raiders. Damian King, that was a very funny comment. Very, very low-key backhanded insult right there, and I love it. Jay and Love, the ending of Monday Night Raw just shows that Bayley attacked Jade. I'm okay, yeah, so Bayley attacks Jade to get into WarGames. Makes a lot of sense. I think, though, that everybody's gonna feel that way. I'm still holding hope that it's Naomi who's been jealous of this newcomer, this rookie, and that Naomi goes on a heel tear. But yours makes a lot of sense, and I can see it happening. Raphael Ladi Number 1, Ludwig's stock once again are flying while Gunther's stock are in the mud. Ludwig countering this spear with the insecurity was majestic. Oh yeah, they have good chemistry. Braun Breaker went to spear him and he did an insecurity. I've never seen something like that and it was amazing. Good for Ludwig. Poor Gunther. But you're absolutely right. Here we got Ludwig, and here we got the champion, Gunther. Number 2, Damian might break the record for a triple heel turn with how Finn is turning into one thing he criticized Priest for becoming. Yeah. Can Dominic turn on another group of friends that are heels while still remaining heel? Let's do it. Let's go for that triple heel turn, Dom. And then if he cheats on Liv, we could have a quadruple heel turn. Number 3, I called it. Kofi is the one who will turn heel. But dang, he cooked Xavier way too hard. And then Xavier bringing up 6 seconds is perfection. Kofi's crash out is going to be glorious. Oh, you know what? I am beginning to think it's going to be Kofi, and good for him. Let him get it all out. But woe to the person that he gets it all out on, because, yeah, they cooked. Bringing up 6 seconds on Brock Lesnar, I thought we were not allowed to mention that. I thought we were supposed to forget that, it seemed like. But yeah, him losing 6 seconds on Brock Lesnar, ouch. Red Rock, 1057, hot take. The current Survivor Series match card would be amazing had it not been for Crown Jewel. More to build. I agree with that hot take, honestly. Crown Jewel definitely put a monkey wrench in everything. We would have had more time for everything. We wouldn't have had to see Bloodline versus Bloodline before Bloodline versus Bloodline in the cage. We wouldn't have had Gunther lose, starting this downward spiral. There's just a lot of things that happened that probably shouldn't have happened because Crown Jewel was there and had to happen. DeVille Stewart, whoever attacked Jade Cargill is so unpredictable, and it reminds me of Triple H and Shawn Michaels in 2002. That's a storyline where Shawn Michaels got attacked and Triple H was trying to find who did it. He was doing a whole investigation, and it turned out it was Triple H, actually. So he's basically saying that it's Bianca who is going to try to find this person, and yet it's Bianca herself. I don't think Bianca should turn heel. I definitely don't want it to be Charlotte Flair, though. Oh, don't want it to be Charlotte Flair. I hope it's Naomi of all people, and basically she sees this rookie overshadowing her and all of her career highlights, and it's like, okay, I'm taking her out. But I do like this Triple H Shawn Michaels vibe, I agree. Negligence. Raw is not as good as SmackDown. Not sure if that's a hot take, but it's an opinion. Like I said earlier, SmackDown has taken all of Raw's big-time players, basically. Even CM Punk right now is on SmackDown. But Netflix is right around the corner, and that's when SmackDown loses everybody and Raw becomes smoking hot. Soaring 1800, the whole segment with the Judgment Day, Dom was just watching, no words, just watching. And the way he was looking, Finn better watch his back. Yeah, I think they're ready. I think that 2025 is going to be the year they pull the trigger on Dominic Mysterio and he starts doing things for Dominic Mysterio as opposed to doing things for whoever his love interest is. And I could definitely see a Finn-Dom feud happening, though Dom did help during the tag team match, so I don't know. We shall see, but yeah, something's up with Dom. He's starting to become his own man. Saint Zimba, Kofi and Xavier was taking things personal. The backstage promo was, after losing the match, was fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji, firecrackers emojis. They cut deep. They cut deep. The ones that you love the most, they know how to hurt you the most. Got the Nation, Priest being on a roll now, even beating Gunther on promos is not cool, but it's making Priest big and strong. But I don't see Gunther losing the title so soon. You're absolutely right. Yeah, and you know how I feel on this. I'm glad Priest is looking like $1 million, but I don't think we should be making Gunther look like chump change. The IC title looks beautiful. Yeah, it does. For some reason, that white strap really makes the IC title pop. That title was god ugly until they added a little bit of blue, and now adding that white strap just makes it so much better looking. Southpaw Jimmy, when a referee clearly and undeniably sees Dirty Dom putting the foot on the ropes, they should not stop the count to throw him out. I agree. I think that was unfortunate timing. I think it was a mistake, and the ref didn't know what to do. Comic Head, another member of the channel, in all fairness to Xavier getting pinned by Kira Tozawa, would give anyone a mental breakdown. Yes, thank you for saying that, because you're right. You know, when was the last time Akira Tozawa beat anybody? Maybe R-Truth when the 24/7 division was a thing. Shine 11, 22, 23. Gotta go quick because we're almost out of time. Kofi will turn on Woods during the anniversary, and Big E isn't cleared. This will be a satisfying conclusion to the greatest tag team in the era. Say they have a match at WrestleMania, because I am sorry, 10 years, they deserve WrestleMania, not just Royal Rumble. I don't want to see a Stardust versus Goldust at Elimination Chamber. No, New Day must fight at WrestleMania. Theroha, what if Bayley attacked Jade for Bianca like when Rikishi ran over Stone Cold for The Rock, but then we found out it was Triple H who had him do it. Okay, so now we got a comparison from Triple H and Shawn. Now we got Rikishi and Rock. Yeah, but you know what? Not Bayley. Let's have it. Let's have it, Naomi. And Naomi can say to Bianca, I did it for you, Bianca. I did it for you. The J-Link, I think Damian Priest is winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther is literally being treated like a wuss, and there's no way around that razor's edge through the table. He's just gonna lose. I think he's going to win. I think he's going to pull it out, but I feel the damage is done. His aura is just, you know, if he had 100 aura after this feud, even a victory, he's going to be at like, what, a 20? Brawl Mayhem, Xavier will betray Kofi next week, okay? So we're all in agreement. The New Day's done. Nobody is thinking. The question is now, is it going to be Kofi or Xavier? On my money, I don't know anymore. D. Santana, 28-1, kind of random. Is Sami Zayn still considered an underdog type character? You know, that's a good question, because he beats everybody. He beat the Usos at WrestleMania 38 with Kevin Owens toppling their title reign. He beat Gunther when Gunther was still actually a credible monster, toppling his title reigns. They're always going to call him an underdog, just kind of like Rey Mysterio, the ultimate underdog who's literally beat every single person in WWE, except for maybe Brock Lesnar. So I like that question though. And that's it. That looks like your hot takes for Monday Night Raws yesterday. That said, who's gonna win the Rocky Maivia first appearance Survivor Series Funko Pop? It's a toss-up between two people. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip a coin. I stopped the video a second ago and I went and got a coin. So my two favorite comments are, call me crazy, but Solo's promo started getting better when the OTC got aboard. I love that observation. I really am such a character-driven person that when you like to make these kind of observations about a character, I just love that. And the other one is Damian King. The next tag title match on Raw won't be until Mania. I just thought that was funny because Mania is like 6 months away. So I really love the observation, and then I really love the humor of Damian King. So we're going to flip a coin. What I'm going to do, I'm going to flip this coin. I have to catch it. I catch it and I flip it. And when I flip it, that's who will do it. So we're going to say heads, KB will win. Tails, Damian King will win. Heads, KB. Tails, Damian King. All right, here we go. Heads, KB. Tails, Damian King. And it is, what is that? It is heads, KB wins the Funko Pop. So KB, this is what I want you to do. I need you to not put any personal information in the comments. Never ever put personal information in the comments below. If you look on my about me on the homepage of this channel, you'll see where you can, click it. And I have a Facebook page and a Twitter page and even my email. Send me an email and I will respond to the email, but do not send any personal information until I have responded, because I do need to get your address to ship this to you. Thank you both and everybody actually for your awesome hot takes. I appreciate every single one of you. Join me for the live stream on SmackDown and the live stream on Survivor Series. It's going to be a good time. We're eating good with how great wrestling is right now. I appreciate every single one of you guys, girls. Have yourselves a great day.